Jai Hind, dear students. Hope all of you are fine and safe, and you are going through our online classes very actively. Today, we are going to learn yet another topic from the chapter organizing. I hope you have cleared all the doubts regarding the first topics from the chapter organizing, that is the concept of organizing, its importance, and the different steps involved in organizing. So we are moving to the next topic, that is organizational structure. So what is organizational structure? You have to know it very clearly. The organizational structure gives a basis or framework for the managers and other employees for performing their functions very actively and clearly. So, what is organizational structure? It shows the hierarchical arrangement of all the elements in an organization, from the top to bottom, the workers, and also the systematic arrangement of all departments in an organization. You know very well the step departmentalization. So it involves categorizing and the structural arrangement of all the elements. So the organizational structure in an organization, it may be different depending upon the size of the organization. Maybe small scale organization, sometimes there will be a little possibility for organizational structure. Why? Because only limited number of workers will be there. And in large size organization, there will be huge number of employees working in the organization under the different heads. So it is necessary to bring a structural arrangement of all the workers, and it is very easy for carrying out all the functions by the manager and the employer. So just remember, the organizational structure can be defined as the framework within which managerial and operating tasks are performed. So remember the different concepts related to organizational structure. So how it is related to span of management? Span of management, you know very well, it refers to the number of subordinates that can be effectively managed by a superior. For example, in an organization, how the purchase manager can manage the employees coming under his custody. So span of management is directly related to organizational structure. So the span of management to a large extent gives a shape to the organization structure. Span of management means on head maybe a manager. For example, the sales manager have lot of subordinates like sales representatives who controls the sale of products in an organization. So this determines the level of management in the structure. So every time the span of management means it's a structural arrangement of number of subordinates under one great superior or leader. So it shows it has a direct relationship between span of management and organizational structure. Every time span of management helps for keeping a good organizational structure in the organization. So we have to remember the two types of organizational structures. First one is functional structure and the second one is divisional structure. So related to organizational structure, there is two classification. One is functional structure and second one is divisional structure. So as the name indicates, if the structural arrangement is based on the functions or activities performed by the employees, then it is known as functional structure. I think it is very clear from this picture. There will be one head, under him or her there will be lot of head of the organizations. So there will be one head and different employees, subordinates working under him. So just read this one. A functional structure activities are grouped and departments are created on the basis of specific functions to be performed. So the functional structural arrangement is based on the functions performed by the workers or subordinates or the members of an organization. So here is an example. For example, all the jobs related to production are grouped under production department or sales department or HR department, etc. So the division of workers only on the basis of functions like production, sales or marketing, then purchase department, then finance department, then for bringing suitable employees, human resource department. So these are the different functions, core functions in an organization. If it is based on that type of function, that is known as functional structure. So we have to think about what is the suitability of this functional structure in an organization. So the suitability of a functional structure explains the functional structure is most suitable for large organizations producing one line of product, only single product. So functional structure is most suitable and best suitable only for the organization which is concentrated in the production of single line of product. Single line means only one type of product. So this type of functional structure will bring specialization. Specification means they have to concentrate only in production of this type of single product, and organizations which require high degree of functional specification or specialization with diversified activities can prefer functional structure. So there will be no possibility of confusion. They can concentrate only in production of a single product. So remember, the functional structure is most suitable only for the large organizations. They are concentrating only in one line of product. So we have to think about the advantages of functional structure. The first point is related to it helps for bringing specialization. So every time better decision of labor takes place, which result in specialization of functions and its consequent benefits. Every time specialization means bringing specialization, concentration in only one product helps for bringing maximum 100% of achievement in the organization. So functional structure helps for specialization, and also coordination is established through functional structure. How it is established? All the persons working within a department are specialists of their own particular jobs, and it makes the coordination easier at the same departmental level. So we are classifying the workers based on their special skills and bringing them in each department based on the functions. So the workers who are able to operate the machines can bring in the production department, and who is able to increase the sale of product can bring in the sales department, who is able to control effective manner the funds coming into organization. We can appoint that type of workers in finance department. So it brings coordination in the organization, coordination of all the activities in the organization. So remember, functional structure brings specialization and coordination of all the activities in the organization. And also it helps in increasing managerial efficiency. Every time the functional structural arrangement helps the either automatically reduces the workload of managers at the top level. So managers of one departments are performing same type of functions again and again, which make them specialized and improves their efficiency in the particular area where they are operating. For example, who is working in the HR human resource department is able to identify the most suitable worker, most skilled worker, and dedicated worker in the organization. So this is the another advantage of functional structure, that is helps in increasing managerial efficiency. And as I said, it helps for minimizing the cost in the organization. How it leads to minimum duplication of effort. Minimum duplication of effort means only one department, and in that particular department only few workers will do the same work. So the work is divided. Division of work is there in functional structure, and only little possibility of duplication of activities doing same job by other workers, maybe in one department or any other department. It will be reduced through functional structure. So remember, these are the advantages of functional structure. And the next one is disadvantage of functional structure. So advantages of functional structure shows it is most suitable for single line products, companies producing single line products, and it has some disadvantages also. So ignorance of organizational objective is the first disadvantage of functional structure. How functional structure ignores organizational objective. So each departmental head work according to his own wishes. Sometimes there will be personal bias also, influence of personal bias also. So they always give more weight to their own department and its objectives. The overall organizational objectives will come subsidiary before the objective of a particular departmental head. So they will give, the departmental heads will give more importance for better performance of their own department by forgiving the achievement of organization. So they will ignore the organizational objectives and give how it is happens. They give you the managers of each department. Production manager will give more importance for bringing quality product, but he will never think about how to increase the profit through better sales. So it is one of the disadvantage of functional structure. And the next one is difficulty in interdepartmental coordination. As we said, there will be a tight competition between the departmental heads. So sometimes it is not possible to bring better coordination in between all these departmental heads. So you know very well, every time fund and monetary benefits are bringing more competition between different workers in the organization. That is also happening in functional structure also. All departmental heads work as per their own wishes. So they will never consider for the objectives or wishes of other departmental heads, which leads to coordination within the department easier, but it makes interdepartmental coordination difficult. So remember, functional structure. In functional structure, they face a difficulty in interdepartmental coordination. Means the coordination between two different or three different departments. And the last point that indicates disadvantage of functional structure is there is hurdle in complete development of the organization. There is a hurdle. There will be some distractions because each employee specializes only in a small part of the whole job. All are not able to, employees are not able to operate other activities, other functions, other areas in the organization. They will concentrate only in the particular job. A small, sometimes it will be a small part of the whole job. So there will be some financial burden also for the whole organization. So these are the different disadvantages of functional structure in the organization. So all the points related to functional structure is very clear. Remember, it is one of the classification of organizational structure, and in this only large size organizations, sometimes medium size organizations are also following, but large size organizations, they are running or concentrating in single line of product is implicable. There only we can implicable or implement this type of organizational structure. Next, we are moving to the second type of organizational structure, that is divisional organizational structure. Divisional organization structure. So, what is divisional organization structure? So, in functional structure, the structural arrangement is based on functions, only based on functions performed by each department. But in divisional organization structure, the structural arrangement is based on the product, the different lines of products, categories of products produced by the organization. So the whole organization, whole business organization is divided or arranged into different departments or structure based on the different types of products produced by the organization. Just go through this picture. On managing director is there, and under there are different products. But in functional structure, on managing director, under production manager, then marketing manager, HR manager, finance manager, like the same. But here in divisional structure, divisional organization structure, the arrangement is based on the different products. Just look at this. One cosmetic product is there, medicine is there, garments, footwear. All these type of products are produced by a single business concern, and for each product there is production manager, purchase manager, marketing manager, finance manager. And in medicine also production manager, purchase manager, marketing manager, finance manager. Like the same for garments also production manager, purchase manager, marketing manager, finance manager. Under all these managers, there will be lot of subordinates. So these type of structural arrangement based on the type of products produced is known as divisional organizational structure. So dividing the whole enterprise according to the major products to be manufactured is known as divisional organization structure. Hope the meaning is very clear. Remember, find out the difference between functional organization structure and divisional organization structure. So in functional organization structure, the products are not given importance. Only the structural arrangement is based on the functions. But in divisional organization structure, the arrangement is based on the different types of products produced. Then we have to look at where these type of organizational structure is most suitable. I think you remember the functional structure is most suitable in organization where only one product is produced. But divisional organizational structure is most suitable where the organization is producing multiple product, where the organization is producing multiple product or different lines of products requiring product specialization, and also growing companies which intended to add more lines of products by opening different branches of different products. In future, they can also adopt divisional organizational structure. So remember, the companies, organizations which are dealing in production or manufacturing of multiple products, or a growing company which goal is to bring different lines of products in future also, they can also adopt which type of organizational structure? This divisional organizational structure. So remember, in functional organizational structure, they are given only single product. They are concentrating only in the production of single product. But in divisional organizational structure, they are giving importance for multiple products, production of different lines of products. So it has some advantages. Just look at the different advantages of divisional organization structure. So here, quick decision making is possible. You know very well, each product have production manager, purchase manager, marketing manager, and finance manager. So it helps for quick decision making. So divisional manager can take any decision regarding his division independently, which makes decision quick and effective. No need to consult with any others. The decision can be made very quickly. So remember the advantage of divisional structural organization or divisional organization structure, that is quick decision making is possible. And the next one is divisional results can be assessed. Divisional assess can be assessed. So we can easily identify as the same example. So a company producing cosmetics or medicinal items or any other items, we can find out the profit or loss of each product. So division result, whether the division means that particular product division is earning profit or loss in a particular period, can be assessed very easily within short time. So on this basis, any unprofitable division can be closed. So suppose one section, one product section is not giving any profit, we can close down the organization, that product, that business. So divisional result can be assessed very easily in divisional organizational structure. And the next advantage is the growth and expansion of the organization is possible. So every time the divisional organizational structure facilitate growth and expansion of the business by bringing new product, new division of product, by adding without disturbing the existing departments, they can bring more new products in the market. It helps for the growth and expansion of the organization. So remember, there is some disadvantages are there for divisional organizational structure. So the first one is related to the conflict among different divisions on allocation of resources. Sometimes the company will collect raw materials for different products. Some similar raw materials will be there, and the allocation of resources, machineries, men, there will be some conflicts. For example, workers are using machines in different sections, and there will be some friends, and they will create some demands. I would like to work in that particular product only with my friend. So there will be some conflicts, and in the allocation of funds also, there will be some conflict between the different departments based on the product. So that is the one disadvantage of divisional organizational structure. And the next one is duplicity of functions. So the entire set of function is required for all divisions. It gives rise to duplicity of efforts among division and increases cost. So same type of activities are undertaken by workers in different product production areas. They will cost more salary for all these type of workers. Sometimes the raw materials purchased in one department can be used for another department also. Sometimes it will be wasted. So these type of activity can be reduced to earn more profit, but the disadvantage is it increases cost, duplication of functions, or functions performed by same functions performed by workers in different divisions will increase the cost. And the last point of disadvantage is selfish attitude of the workers. So, one organization under, for example, five products, and five products under each division, there will be lot of workers. So, in order to bring better performance in each division, there will be workers are showing tough competition, and this will lead to selfish attitudes of the workers. So every division tries to display better performance, and sometimes even at the cost of other division. This shows their selfish attitude, and there will be a lot of conflicts due to this selfish attitude, and the management will face a lot of problems related to this attitude of workers. So these are some limitations of divisional structure. So the organizational structure shows the structural arrangement of workers or all the elements in the organization. It is classified into two categories: functional structure and divisional organization structure. So these are related to the concept organizational structure. Hope all the areas are very clear. Please take all the notes from this video. For developing more concepts, please watch the video again and again. Don't forget to share this video to your friends. So thank you for watching my video. Thank you so much.